Women are well acquainted with the green smoothie, but are we making it too complicated? Before you get tied up in all the extra add-ins and the detailed recipes, Studio 5 health and fitness contributor Melanie Douglass is dialing us back a bit. She has 5 ways to drink your calories and actually enjoy it. So where are we going wrong in our pursuit of a healthy breakfast smoothie?
Too complicated. I think smoothies scare people off because you're like, oh, I need ginger and I need half an apple and I need some celery and there's all these ingredients. And then you start to wonder, is it balanced? Is there too much fruit, too many vegetables? We're like overthinking it.
Yeah, well, I'm always surprised at the detail of the recipes. Like women are swapping these recipes back and forth.
Too much
and it's
work.
like half a celery. And you start to feel like there's a specific formula I've got to follow in order to reach that optimal health, category.
Right.
But no.
No, you can really throw anything together. Oh, I have a few rules, a few basic rules to keep you on the safe side with your smoothies. But in general, they're a good way to go. You can sip on them all day. One thing about smoothies is you don't have to drink it all like at breakfast.
Right.
From 9 to 9:15, you drink your smoothie. You can actually sip on your smoothie all day.
I'd like to make this about my kids too, like a great way to get them to drink their veggies. It's like the only way I like to palate my veggies. Sorry.
You just stay tuned, because when we get to the end of this segment, I got you covered.
You do?
I got you covered.
She's got my back. All right, smoothie number 1 focuses on what principle?
Okay, the principle is balance the macros. So the key to a good smoothie is you do want to have a little bit of carbohydrate, a little bit of protein, and a little bit of fat.
Can you define macros? That term is thrown out a lot these days.
Carbohydrate, protein, and fat. Those are your macronutrients. So I've got some greens or strawberries or fruits and vegetables. I've got a little protein powder, and then I've got a healthy plant fat like flax or coconut oil. And so my ratio is kind of, I do a few handfuls of leafy greens, a couple of fruits, a couple scoops of protein powder, and a tablespoon of oil.
What does the oil do? We're looking at your recipe, Melanie's favorite smoothie, on the screen right now. What does the oil do?
So the oil lowers the glycemic index so that the sugar is not all absorbed at once, because we throw a lot of fruit in. So you can see with mine, I have 9 strawberries, 2 clementines, half a banana, but I'm gonna sip on this all day, and it makes a nice big smoothie. And that plant fat, it helps the smoothie have a good consistency, so it tastes good, but it also helps your metabolism so that it absorbs it slowly over more time.
I also saw collagen powder, which is kind of a buzz ingredient right now. Give us your take on that.
Okay, so my take is that it's just a protein powder to me. The hype is that it helps with hair, skin, and nails.
Right.
But you know why I like it? Because it's clear, it mixes well, it doesn't have flavor, and it's just good, clean protein.
Okay.
That's why I use it.
And we want to boost these smoothies with the protein.
You want to add some protein. So this smoothie, my favorite smoothie, is only about 350 calories. It's got 20 grams of protein. Get this, 9 grams of fiber.
There it is.
9.
There it is.
It's like, wow.
All right, next principle at play is to soup it up. Smoothies are not just created for breakfast.
That's right. Soup it up. So it doesn't even have to be in a bowl. You can still drink it in your smoothie glass, but think of it in a different way. So I have like ginger, onion, butternut squash, bone broth, or some vegetable broth. So we always think they have to be sweet. They have to have fruit, and they don't. They can be vegetable based. You can throw some onion in there, and then you can sip on your healthy soup that you made from scratch, and it didn't come from a can. Literally, this was my soup smoothie I made last night. I bought this pre-cut. I didn't even do my own squash. You can buy it in a bag. I threw it in the microwave, and then I just put everything in the blender. And there's my healthy soup.
When you think of those, we're crashing in on the fall routine, right? It's taking over every household, where you're running and gunning often from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 7 o'clock at night. This can be an on-the-go healthy dinner option.
Yes.
You mentioned you made it the night before. A lot of moms might say, I can't afford to be chopping all of this up when I'm trying to get kids out the door. You can do this ahead of time.
My secret to good health is I usually do all my good things at night in the kitchen. So when I'm making dinner, I'm multitasking, and I'm thinking, oh, I have a little extra kale. I'm going to throw that in for a smoothie in the morning, and just have a smoothie go, throw things in the blender while I'm making dinner. I'm multitasking. But the key is a lot of people don't realize that smoothies can sit in the refrigerator for 1 to 3 days.
Mine get kind of thick.
They get kind of thick. So what you want to do is you want to include that plant fat.
Okay.
So if you put some fat in there to keep it emulsified, that really helps. And you also want an airtight container.
Okay.
So sometimes you throw it in there just in a glass, it's not going to look good. The color's going to look really bad the next day. But if you seal it off, then it's going to look good the next day. And this is my blender, which is the Dash blender. It sucks all the oxygen out.
We've been impressed with this morning.
I know. Everybody's loving my blender.
Sucks the air out.
It sucks the air out, so there's no oxidation of the nutrients or the colors, and it keeps your smoothie looking good, and you can drink it for days. But honestly, the next morning you go, you're like, wow, breakfast is ready.
It feels like a fresh smoothie.
Make it the night before.
All right, and also make it easy, you say.
Make it easy. So what's going on here is that you can take something, maybe you have some spinach that you're about ready to throw out. You know how you have those things in your fridge where you're like, this spinach has 1 day left. I don't know if I'm going to eat it.
Going.
Throw it in a smoothie.
Okay.
Your banana's almost bad. Throw it in a smoothie. If you have if you're worried that you can't throw it in a smoothie right now, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer. But those leftover, like last night, we had a little bit of broccoli left over with dinner, and I'm like, throw it in a smoothie.
Really?
Put some milk in there and salt and pepper and make broccoli soup. But think about foods that you're almost ready to throw away.
Okay.
And you can throw them. There's no rules. Even if you're saving food, you can freeze spinach.
Okay.
You can freeze avocados.
Okay.
So save your food before you throw it away and throw it in a smoothie.
Make it your catch-all.
Yes.
You said you had a surprise for me.
I'm ready. This is a surprise. Make a dessert smoothie.
What?
So this smoothie literally has sugar in it, white sugar. Can you imagine? I put sugar in here.
No,
so
you didn't.
Here's my dessert smoothie treat.
Okay.
So this is how I get Charlie and my kids. I actually am like, here. Oh, you wanted ice cream? Here's your ice cream.
Here's your milkshake.
But I seriously throw strawberries, milk, and sugar in the blender. That's it.
Okay.
A cup of strawberries. Oh, 2 cups of berries, 2 cups. Oh, I forgot the spinach today.
You're sneaking in a little bit of green.
I do sneak that in. But milk, ice, sugar. And the thing is the sugar gives them that, where it's hard to get kids to eat a smoothie.
Right.
I would much rather give them a little bit of sugar and have them eat strawberries and milk and spinach.
The good stuff.
Than a cup of ice cream, which is a lot more sugar, preservatives, high fat. This is whole foods you made at home. So what? Put a little sugar in it. Your kids will drink it up.
This is why we like you, the measured dietitian.
Right?
You're helping us live life in a doable way. We're going to post Melanie's guidelines and smoothie recipes on our website, and we are celebrating around here the premiere of your new health podcast, Really Healthy. Tell us about this.
So this is a show that I'm doing with Scott Mitchell. So it's me and another co-host, and he's looking to lose weight. He wants someone to whip him into shape. I'm going to do that. He's an NFL football player. He was on The Biggest Loser. He struggled with his weight his whole life, and he asks questions where I'm like, I'm so glad you brought that up because I've always wanted to answer that question. So it's really fun. We play games. We talk about stuff that's in the news, and it's just a fun new show.
We're excited. How can we listen?
So reallyhealthyshow.com. We have a website, or find us at Really Healthy Podcast on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, more of Melanie is always a good thing in our opinion, so we'll look forward to that as well. Thanks, Mel.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.